The silence around Buckingham Palace today feels heavy, the kind that warns you a storm is about to break. And for once, that storm isn't about a royal wedding, a new baby, or a tabloid scandal. No, this time, it's about something that shakes the very foundation of the monarchy. The possibility that Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and even their children could be stripped of their royal titles the moment Prince William becomes king. This rumor started as a whisper. Then it became a headline. And now, it's a national conversation. According to UK polls, nearly 23% of Brits want the Sussexes stripped of their HRH titles immediately, while 6 out of 10 believe it's long overdue. And whether the public likes them or not, one thing is clear. The monarchy is preparing for a major shift, one that could redefine the royal family for an entire generation. But before we get to London, let's begin thousands of miles away, in California. Because when that palace announcement dropped, Harry was the first one to feel its impact. Insiders say he was in the middle of a meeting at their Montecito mansion when a BBC alert popped up on his phone. Palace launches constitutional review regarding titles held by non-working royals. Those words alone hit him harder than any tabloid ever could. Witnesses claim Harry's expression changed instantly. He excused himself, walked out with his phone in hand, and paced the hallway like a man who had just left his crown somewhere. Within minutes, he called King Charles, demanding clarity. Instead, he got the coldest response a father can give a son. His Majesty will speak to you when you arrive. In royal language, that means if your titles matter, get on a plane. And so, for the first time in a long time, Harry flew back to London alone. No Meghan, no Netflix cameras, no polished PR moments, just Prince Harry, or perhaps soon to be just Harry Windsor, desperately trying to save what's left of his royal identity. Back in London, the palace wasn't acting on impulse. The review had been prepared for weeks. King Charles held a confidential meeting with senior advisors discussing one goal: streamlining the monarchy. The monarchy has become too big, too chaotic, too vulnerable to criticism. Charles believes the future of the crown rests on a smaller, more disciplined, more controlled royal team. And to make that happen, titles must be reconsidered, especially the ones being used outside royal duty. And whether or not anyone wants to say it directly, this review was always going to circle back to Harry and Meghan. Even palace staffers admit it. One senior insider put it bluntly: the monarchy cannot function if titles are used as branding tools for personal profit. That single sentence might as well have been addressed directly to Montecito. Because whether we talk about the Oprah interview, the Spotify deal, the Netflix series, the memoir, or the constant PR headlines, one pattern is clear. The Sussex brand relies heavily on their royal titles they said they left behind. So Harry lands in London. He's escorted directly to Clarence House. No media welcome, no royal photographers, just guards, silence, and tension. Inside, the mood is stiff. Harry demands the review be halted. He insists that stripping his children of their titles would be cruel, unfair, and politically disastrous. King Charles listens, calm but unshaken, and then he delivers a line that will be remembered for years. You cannot reject the institution and trade on its name. For a father and son strained by distance, betrayal, and media wars, this was a moment of blunt truth. But the temperature in the room dropped even lower when Prince William walked in unannounced. Harry immediately accused him of pushing Parliament and advisors to strip titles. William didn't hold back. He told him, "You made your choice. You wanted freedom? This is what freedom looks like." This is the part where the viewers' jaws drop, because this wasn't just a family argument. This was the future king speaking with the authority of the crown he will eventually wear. And while this emotional showdown was happening in London, Meghan Markle was facing her own crisis in Montecito. According to insiders, she was furious Harry flew without her. She wanted to be part of the discussion, part of the narrative control, part of the decision-making. The moment she heard about the title review, she reportedly called her PR team and lawyers. But to her shock, Hollywood wasn't rushing to protect her like before. Why? Because after 3 years of controversies, interviews, leaks, and dramatic headlines, even Hollywood has reached Sussex fatigue. The sympathy reservoir has dried up. And then something happened that Meghan did not expect. A resurfaced clip of her podcast comments went viral again. The one where she said she didn't know much about the royal family growing up. Except former palace staff say the opposite, that she studied biographies, read royal history, practiced curtsies, and even researched Princess Diana jewelry before meeting Harry. This contradiction didn't help her. Neither did the Ellen DeGeneres clip where she mock curtsied to a champagne bottle, laughing like royal tradition was a comedy routine. That harmless joke now looks like a disrespectful memory at the worst possible time. By nightfall, the palace delivered the heaviest blow yet. The royal title review is advancing with cooperation from both the crown and parliament. No individual is exempt. In other words, even the king cannot protect Harry and Meghan from what comes next. The drama exploded across social media. In the UK, hashtags like "strip the titles" trended instantly. Some people called it justice. Others called it overdue. Even among American viewers, support for the couple isn't what it used to be. And this time, unlike the Oprah era, unlike the Netflix era, the palace has the upper hand. Why? Because this isn't emotional. It's constitutional. It's the law. Over the last few years, Harry and Meghan built an entire global brand on their story, a story that heavily features their royal titles. But the monarchy is sending a message back. You can walk away from the institution, but the institution can walk away from you. Inside Buckingham Palace, advisors are reportedly preparing for multiple outcomes, from removing HRH status permanently to stripping the Duke and Duchess titles completely to potentially creating new rules for royal children born outside the UK. Meanwhile, Harry is praying for compromise, Meghan is trying to manage public opinion, and King Charles and Prince William are united for the first time in years on one mission: protect the future of the crown. And that's what this entire story comes down to. Not revenge, not jealousy, not emotions. It's about the monarchy realizing something simple. You can criticize the crown, monetize the crown, distance yourself from the crown, and still expect the crown to protect you. So as Harry sits in London, waiting for a decision that could alter his entire identity, and as Meghan walks through a Montecito mansion, wondering how much power she really has left, the world watches the crown make its next move. Will Harry return to California as a prince? Or will he return just as Harry Windsor, the man who walked away from royalty and watched the royalty walk away from him? Stay tuned, because this royal reckoning has only just begun.